But let's get into the details. I'm joined now by the author of the survey. Manisha Juneja is research lead for the Middle East and Africa at the market research company Toluna. Joins me in the studio. Good morning, Manisha. Lovely to have you with us.
Good morning. I'm super excited to be here today and share the findings of this interesting survey that we did.
Yeah, it is really interesting. So tell me who you actually surveyed to get these results.
The survey was conducted among UAE residents. Whenever we do any such survey which has to depict the market reality, we make sure that the sample is depicting the distribution of the population, say in terms of gender, age, Emirates, and so on and so forth. So the sample was nationally representative for UAE. We did more than 550 interviews. The survey was done online using Toluna's proprietary panel. And we did it during the first week of January. I mean, it goes without saying that this is such a perfect time to do a sense check, to check the pulse of the consumer. What is it that they are prioritizing for the year? And what are the big goals that they are setting? Of course, it goes without saying these goals that they're going to set up will translate into their spending habits for the year.
Absolutely. So what is worrying people in the UAE?
You actually mentioned it already. It's the rising cost of living. I mean, it's no surprise. People are worried about rents. Over the past couple of years, the way rents have shot up in the country, we all are worried. I have heard so many people complaining about it. Giving you another example of insurances. Insurance amounts have also shot up. Like after the floods, unfortunately, that took place in UAE, automobile is one of the sectors that got hit the most. Even the personal health insurance has gone up. So ultimately, it's impacting the consumer these days. So we got rising cost of living as the biggest concern. And you also mentioned health. Though we see health is coming up as a big concern every year, especially after COVID. And the momentum is not stopping down. I think it's more about increased awareness of how health important is in our life. And also the importance of de-stressing. So the third important thing that I would want to underline right now is that people have started being conscious about the stress in their life and what kind of problems it can lead to in our daily life. So the third important concern that came up was stressful lifestyle. So yeah, these are the top three things that UAE residents are gonna address in 2025.
Yeah, certainly cost of living, a major concern for all of us. But how is that going to be reflected in our shopping behaviour?
So when we talk about shopping behavior, first of all, I want to talk about shopping of food and beverages. So in the study, we tried to address this concern at multiple levels. So on the first layer, we wanted to understand what are the top key things that you're going to keep in mind when you go out and you shop food and beverages from different brands, how you're going to select a brand from where to shop these things from. So the most important thing that came up in line with their goal setting is freshness, organic food, food having clean label associated with it. They're going to pay a lot of attention to the ingredients and the nutritional value that the food is bringing to the table, which was very, very interesting to know. And as I mentioned earlier, because this time of the year, people also do goal setting. So they are very much committed to what they're going to do. So this was something in line with what they are setting up. However, and another interesting finding we got is they don't want to compromise on the taste. So in the top 5, I mean, I want to eat organic, I want to eat fresh, but it should be tasty at the same time. So taste is something they're going to prioritize. It has made its way in the top 5 parameters that they're going to look into. Also convenience. We know from so many studies that we do that UAE residents, they prioritize convenience a lot. So brands need to make sure that their products are widely available. And another important factor that came up was brand reputation. So brand trust will continue to be important in the brand selection. So all the work that brands have done over the past few years building that reputation is gonna basically help them continue basically drive sales in the market.
So we're worried about our health, but we're also worried about our wealth. And some of the things you mentioned there, organic food, fresh food, clean labelled food, that's not cheap, is it? Are we willing to spend for those sort of premium products?
I'm very happy you asked me this question, because I really wanted to underline something about willingness to pay. When I was saying that we have done this study on different layers, first was like what is it that you're going to look for, which we have discussed already. Second was we wanted to know, okay, how are you going to change the habits if you want to basically achieve these things and you're going to incorporate these new changes into your lifestyle. So they said that I'm going to consume more of fresh and organic food with clean label. I'm going to consume more of homemade food. I think homemade food is coming majorly from the idea about having control over ingredients, which also means that they will be doing less of takeout, less of eating out. So some impact can also be seen in those categories. And third, most important thing that they said they're going to do more this year, it's trying out new products which are basically healthy. This has a very important, I would say, insight for the brands, which is brand trial. So new brands and new products that are coming into the market, people are open right now to try them out. So there can be some level of brand switching that can take place. So brands need to do what's needed to hook their consumers by bringing out new, healthy, basically products into the market. And as you said, but these things are expensive. How should they do that? So we asked the question on willingness to pay premium. So most important insight of this survey that I'm going to share with you right now is that UAE residents, yes, they are price sensitive. They're concerned about the wealth. They are feeling the inflationary pressure. However, the aspects which are critical to them, which can help them meet their goals, which meet their preferences, they are happy to pay an extra amount of money for that. And when we shared a list of whole host of things that can be critical when it comes to shopping, I mean, I was amazed to see that the top 5 things were exactly what they set up in their health goals. So the top 5 things were freshness, organic food, nutrition value, clean label, and brand reputation. It's so amazing that they're so clear in their mind that this is what I want, and because it's going to help me meet my goals, I'm also happy to pay a premium for that. So yes,
yeah, it's so
there.
interesting. I'm just going through your survey now, and you've got a third of people, nearly a half of people in some situations, willing to pay a premium for your clean label products, your organic products, and your plant-based food. That's interesting. And that leads me into asking you about environmentally friendly items. Are they willing to pay more to be sustainably minded, to be eco-friendly?
Well, it's a very valid question that we get to hear a lot of times in repeat surveys that, people are worried about money, they're worried about rents, and there is a financial concern. There is also increased insecurity when it comes to employment because of job losses that have happened. And obviously, salaries have not increased proportionately in line with the rents and other expenses. So yes, it's a very valid question, but there is willingness to pay more for the things that they value. And when it comes to sustainability, I can guarantee that it's not taking a backseat, because we asked specific questions about sustainability to know what is their stand now, because it's clear there is inflationary pressure. So are they going to compromise on sustainability? And you'll be amazed to see that about 25% of the people that we interviewed, they said, this year I have committed that I'm going to make my brand selection and I'm going to make my spending decisions in a manner that supports sustainability. And that is not a small number.
Did you say 25%?
25%.
That's way more than I would have thought. That's really astonishing.
Yeah. I would also want to add here, it's also on account of the increased awareness that's happening. Now you've seen the Dubai government, they are going to ban the single-use plastic. A lot of other initiatives have been taken by the government locally. Then there is also this big drive at the global level on being carbon neutral. People are more aware than ever now. And that's why, when I see this number, I don't find it surprising. I feel that the awareness has led them to commit that when so many people at so many levels are doing so many things to make our environment basically sustainable, livable. Come on, we need a place to live to be able to do anything else in life. So they do understand that as well. And that's why 1/4 have committed actually that this year they're going to focus on how their spending actions can support sustainability. And I want to add another number to this, because there is huge drive that we see in terms of eco-friendly packaging. Nowadays, when you go to a supermarket, you see so many packaging, it says I'm recyclable, I'm eco-friendly, made from recycled plastic, so on and so forth. So 41% of the people said that they're gonna be happy to pay premium for eco-friendly packaging. And packaging becomes very important. If you think of it, for any brand, it's the face of your brand. When a consumer is going to a supermarket and buying a store, it picks up a pack and see, okay, this brand seems responsible because it's already doing a lot when it comes to recycling. So I also want to close this question by saying one thing. The key message for brands is, if you want to make sure that consumers think that you are a responsible brand, you're an environmentally sustainable brand, you must be doing a lot of initiatives and actions. Please communicate them more. When you communicate more, it helps in building reputation as an, I would say, sustainable brand. And it's going to hook these people who are so committed to sustainability to you for a very long period of time.
Such an interesting survey there, and really fantastic presentation of the facts there. Manisha Juneja, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. Really fantastic to really sort of dig into that survey. Manisha is research lead for the Middle East and Africa at that market research company, Toluna.